Hi, everyone. My name is Lydia Martinez. I am the founder and owner of L Marketing and Events and also Restaurant Owners Marketing Academy. And today I wanted to talk to you about common social media myths. Things that are misconceptions, misunderstandings, things that you think might be okay, but actually aren't. And so let's kind of talk through all of those and talk about things that you might be doing that you shouldn't, or you might think are correct, but are actually wrong. Our very first myth that we're going to talk about today for social media is not posting is not a problem. I'm too tired to post on my social media channels today or this week or this month. I've got too much going on. It's no big deal. This is absolutely false. If you have a social media channel, you need to be posting to it on a regular basis. Because guess what? If you don't post regularly, somebody visits your social media pages to vet you, to see if you're still in business, to check your hours, and you haven't posted in 30 days or a couple of months, guess what? You're out of business in their mind. Your business does not exist. So it's really, really important that there is a level of consistency. Even if you are so swamped, you can't, pay to have somebody help you manage it. You can barely manage it yourself. Post 2 to 3 times a month at a minimum. You really have to be sure that you're actually posting with some level of consistency. And if you truly can't, pin a post to the top of your social media page wall that just says, hey, I'm almost never on social media. Please visit my website, call us here, email us here, something to let people know that you're still in business. So that is a common social media myth that you do not want to mess around with ever. You have to be posting and posting consistently. The other reason why is if you aren't posting with a degree of regularity, the algorithms for that social media platform drop down your reach. And so you can post very occasionally, but nobody's actually going to see it. So it's almost like you're throwing that post in the garbage. It's not valuable. Another common misconception that I hear on a regular basis for social media, another myth, is I get great engagement on my Facebook page when I post at least 2 times a day, every single day. If I post twice a day and it's good, posting 4 times a day must be better. This is a total myth. Sometimes more is actually less on social media. Again, those social media algorithms have a preferred posting schedule. On Facebook, it's 1 to 2 posts a day. On Instagram, it's 4 to 5 posts a week to your wall. And so different platforms have different preferences for how often you post, and so how much engagement you get based on that. If you post too little, they won't show your posts to people. If you post too much, they also will stop showing your posts to people. So finding that happy medium of posting enough but not too much is really important. And don't mistake thinking that if you go overboard on your social media posting, you're actually doing yourself a favor, because you're not. This especially comes into play for restaurants. So some of our restaurant clients will try and post a photo of a daily special or things like that. One of my clients had 5 locations, and every single location had a different daily special. And so they were posting all 5 of those daily specials to their Facebook wall every single day. And their Facebook engagement was non-existent. We basically had to decide to sacrifice Instagram for them and make Instagram the place where people could go to see the daily specials, and where Facebook was our targeted marketing tool, where we were posting content about, hey, our patios are dog friendly, or come try this new tequila. And so keep that in mind, especially if you're a restaurant and you're trying to get out daily specials. Find one platform, do it there, and leave the other platforms as an opportunity to really get across your marketing messaging. Another common misconception that I hear all the time from people is no one can see my personal Facebook profile. What I post there is private. I can say whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. I can communicate however I want. It's no big deal. That is absolutely false. Please know, so there is a barrier in between your public profile and your business profile. So for example, I can't automatically look on a page and figure out who the business manager is for a Facebook account. But what I can do is I can look on a page and see any tags, any posts by an entity, anything like that can then lead back or tie back to your personal page. You can set it up in your system so that there's not a tie. But another thing that very often people will do is they'll say that they work at their business on their personal Facebook page. So they'll mark in there that they work at, for example, me, L Marketing and Events. And I've actually tagged my business page in that personal page that shows that I work there. Guess what? That actually can lead people back to my personal page, and people, depending on my privacy settings and my personal Facebook page, they can see who I am and what I'm about. The other thing is that Google actually categorizes personal Facebook pages under Google searches. So if somebody Googles your business name, your name may come up. If somebody Googles your personal name, your individual profile may come up, and people can click on that. They can see what you're about. We've had cases where universities have done this and found unsavory things and asked students to basically remove students from schools. Employers will do this. So they will check and see what you're posting on your personal page to see if you're a good cultural fit. People that are vetting a business when they're going to be coming to you for services will often do this as well. They want to know who it is that they are working with. So you want to be sure that you are either setting your personal Facebook page as highly private, or that you're being very careful about what you're posting publicly. We're seeing a lot of this come up right now as part of the Me Too movement and just cancel culture, where people may have posted a tweet now 10 years ago. They don't even remember that they put it out there into the world, but it kind of comes back to bite them. So be aware of what you're putting out there, and also just know that even if your page is super private, you can have friends or family members or acquaintances screenshot something that you've written and put that out there to the world. So be very, very careful about what you're putting out there as a private individual that's also running a public social media challenge or running a business. So that's another myth. Your personal profile is only private up to a certain level, but it's never 100% private. If you've posted publicly on any level, it's public. Another common social media myth is that you should have all the social media accounts, all of them. You should have Facebook and Tumblr and Twitter and YouTube and definitely Pinterest and Instagram. And you should be doing Instagram stories, Instagram TV, Facebook stories. Is this starting to sound exhausting? It's exhausting for me. Do not set up a social media profile for your business unless you have the time or the resources to actually take care of that profile. Again, you shoot yourself in the foot if you can only do things in halfway on social media. It's almost better not to set it up than to set it up and never use it. It doesn't do you any favors for your SEO. It doesn't do you any favors for your reputation. It doesn't do you any favors for actually getting credit for having that social media profile. The one exception would be if you have a brand that you are trademarking. You're applying for a trademark, you're applying for a patent, something along those lines, then one of the things that you might want to do is reserve all the profiles so that you own that brand. We call it locking the brand. So that you've got your business name on all those different profiles the exact way you want it. And nobody else can take those. And so that's something else that's really, really important if you are going after a trademark. Because if you've got some longevity to those social sites and they are reserved and you own them, it gives you some credibility as far as saying, no, I've owned this brand for a long time. So that's something else to kind of keep in mind as you're setting things up. Finally, the last common social media myth that I hear all the time is, I don't need to be on LinkedIn. I'm not doing business to business stuff. I don't need to network. It's just a glorified resume. LinkedIn in the past 18 months has become one of the most significant social media challenges for anybody in business, anybody who owns a business, anybody who works, anybody who thinks that they may be looking for a job down the road, all of those things. It is very smart to have a very robust LinkedIn profile. It will just help legitimize you as an employee, as a business owner, as a worker. And the other thing that I'd say with that is make sure that if you do own a business or a restaurant or anything, that you actually have a business page for your business. Again, it offers a level of legitimacy, showing that you're going to be around, you exist, you're around, you're a high quality business. So those are some of the common social media myths, and what the actual truth is behind those. If you have any questions about social media, you need support in managing it so that there's that level of consistency and professionalism, please do reach out. We're happy to do a consultation or to actually walk you through what it is that we're able to offer. Thanks again. My name is Lydia Martinez. I am the owner of L Marketing Events and Restaurant Owners Marketing Academy. Have a great day.